Outside spiker number 1, team captain Hinata Kuroda. Middle blocker number 4, Keitaro Iwakura. Outside spiker number 9, Yuji Kawagoe. Center number 10, Kyosuke Mariyama. Middle blocker number 13, Ryoto Kobayashi. And opposite hitter number 14, Kyosuke Kashimoto. Starting libero is number 2, Ren Wakamatsu. Head coach for Maruichi is Kota Kunichika. And now the starters for the University of Perpetual Health, Kinto Tyres. Outside spiker number 14, team captain Louis Ramirez. Outside spiker number 2, Jeff Marapok. Opposite hitter number 4, Kobe Tabuga. Middle blocker number 5, Michael Medalla. Center number 11, JC Narciso. And middle blocker number 21, Casey Andrade. Starting libero is number 18, Philip Pepito. And the head coach for Perpetual Health is Sammy Akailar.
Presenting the starters for Maruichi Hyogo, bear with me for this one. Kashimoto, Kobayashi, Kuroda, Kawagoe, Iwakura, Maruyama, and of course the libero as well. On the other end for Perpetual is Tabuga, Medalla, Marapok, Ramirez, Andrade, and Narciso. And Pepito will be the libero for Coach Sammy Akailar. This is, once again, the last game in the semifinals of our Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. The winner of this matchup will set up a date with Letran this coming Friday inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. That's, of course, the prelude to the finals for your matchup between the Signal HD Spikers and NU Santa Elena. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez alongside Alexis Tinsay and Noreen Go. And let me remind everybody, Noreen said that this is an evenly matched game. So we're not presuming anything here if this is going to be a 3-set, a 4-set, or a 5-set match. Let's just all enjoy the action.
It actually boils down to the adjustments made, no, by both teams, seeing the way, like, for Maruichi or for Perpetual, how they played the last few game days and which strength are you going to work on. Obviously, for both teams, for me, blocking is going to be huge. If you can get like more than like 5 blocks in the whole match, that's going to be, you know, something to uplift the squad.
Well, the first point belonged to Maruichi Hyogo. That's a good block right there, right on cue. Tabuga tried to push. Nice coverage by Perpetual. Chance ball for the yellow shirts. There's the setup onto the middle, and it is a point for Ryuto Kobayashi.
Yes. No, I mean, we did mention, no, they've been going to their wing hitters a lot, but we've seen it throughout the games that if they do run the middles, it is successful. So that if they can pass better, that could be a first option.
Well, according to our writer, Mix Flores, this team of Japan, Maruichi Hyogo, is known for its receptions.
Right.
So magandang first ball nila, no? That time around, it's a point for Perpetual. That's their first one for this match. Medalla delivered the goods.
Well, you talked about the reception, yes. I mean, they are known to have very solid and steady passing. Now, Perpetual, that is their weakness, especially in their last game. It's their reception efficiency. So, for Perpetual, if you can correct that today, and as Coach Sammy was telling me before the game, hindi ko pinahirapan. He said, gusto ko, he wants him to, like, for them to figure it out. Kasi bumaba nga yung game. That's his exact words.
Well, after all, this is a championship team. And if you're a championship team, you know how to adjust, supposedly. As we just saw another point. That's 3 straight points now for Kinto Tyres.
So we also have to mention, coming into today's game, for Perpetual Kinto, they had a longer journey. So it could be fatigue setting in also, you know, muscle fatigue. For Maruichi, it's a shorter journey. They had, what, 3 games? This is their 4th game. So it's a different journey. So we'll see, you know, today is going to be a different day because we did say you have to win or that's it.
We just saw a block point That was by... Let me check that again.
That medallia?
Yes, it was. And Medalla has been doing it very well all conference long in terms of his blocking. There you go. Once more. Unfortunately, someone's called for a net touch. Louis Ramirez cannot believe it. Same goes for Michael Medalla.
So it's also more for, are we going to tell the coach to challenge it? Oh, yeah.
There was a touch.
By medallia.
Medalla. All right. Service now for Maruichi Hyogo. That was by Kuroda. Tabuga approaches and scores.
That's a great set, you know. I mean, you take the pressure off of Ramirez there if the others can be steady in offense. Well, look at that elevation.
Yeah. Ball went straight down. Kobe Tabuga, by the way, in the previous game, came off the bench, but he scored 8 points. He was their third leading scorer against Signal HD. Medalla serves. Set up onto the opposite. And that went in.
Yeah, found the line there. They have also been successful going to the sharp cross-court angles. You know, this Japanese team trying to get creative. They saw Ramirez there for the block.
By the way, that was Yosuke Kashimoto, the guy that we talked about in the pregame. Now this was an easy point for the yellow shirts.
And we are tied.
Yes. Let's see what happened. Regalo. Ball put up by Perpetual. Ramirez down the line hit.
Well, I was going to say, we are at 5 apiece and Ramirez hasn't actually, you know, been getting his set. So that should be a good sign for Coach Shami and the Kinto Tyres.
And now, Maruichi Hyogo has to be oriented with this man, Louis Ramirez. You have to be familiarized with him. After all, he's an MVP.
I'm sure for Maruichi, Ramirez is going to be a marked man today.
Here's Louis. Oh! Didn't get the ball anymore. He read that well.
Well, Pepito had a better vantage point. He was right behind Ramirez and he was already shouting, out, out, out. Ramirez in the last second where he wanted to get it.
7 serving 5 now. Sharp serve. Ball put up by Kawagoe. He will hit straight to the back. Tough dig there. Pepito will now go to Ramirez on the cross. That's out.
Yeah, you saw his approach out of position. And you would have thought that he'd hit it off the blockers, but it was a long follow through.
6 serving 7 now. Maruichi just keeping it tight against Perpetual. Kashimoto on the jump serve.
Whoa.
Wow.
No, I mean, I was watching yesterday's game. They lost to NU. But their serves were so strong. So imagine if they can, that would put a lot of pressure, we did say, on the weakness of Kinto, which is their service reception.
Let's see if they can be consistent at that. No more save there with the foot for Iwakura. That's a point for Marapok. And Jeff will send us to the first technical timeout of this game, 8-7.
Of Maruichi Hyogo. If Japanese players are known for unshakable floor defense and reception, Coach Cota witnessed the colossal power of the blocks and intensity of swings of the Filipino players. And with that, for the Japanese coach, despite the losing stint, with all smiles, I got to talk to him. He's grateful to be here, as Spikers Turf is the best molding ground for his collegiate boys. Let's not forget to mention, uwishi daw ang pagkain natin dito, meaning malinamnam. Unfortunately, they'll be flying right home for the holidays, without time to go to the beaches as the players have wished. But for Coach Kota and the rest of Maruichi Hyogo, there's always a next time, and for us, they're always welcome. Back to set 1.
That's definitely right, coming from Alexis Tinsay. And I'd like to reference the case for the PVL team. Kurashki, Ablaze,
Yeah.
remember them?
Yes.
They're actually in town. Yeah,
Really?
these days, just for vacation. And they just missed witnessing Philippine volleyball. So that might be the case as well for this Maruichi Hyogo squad, next year if they return to the Philippines.
Yeah. But that's the way it is. We like going to Japan. They like coming to the Philippines.
Yeah. Sabi nga ni Ai, Oishi ba?
Oishi.
Oishi ang pagkain dito sa Pilipinas.
It's good.
9 serving 8. Casey Andrade will now serve. Ball put up. Set up to the middle. Nice tip.
Oh, good save.
That was a pancake save leading onto this chance ball. Hyogo. Back row tip. Natos Ramirez keeping it alive. Marapok down the line. Nice floor defense there.
Good rally we're having.
This is the longest rally so far. Bit of a scramble though. Marapok sending it back. We shall continue. Set up to the open. Kuroda. The rally continues still. Chance ball for Maruichi Hyogo. Maruyama chooses the back row.
Oh,
Marapok sending it through. Still ongoing. Open hit. Wow. Great defense by both squads. Set up once more to the middle. Oh, and that's it. A point for Maruichi Hyogo.
that's the best rally so far. I mean, we did say they're evenly matched, and we're seeing that. The way they're defending, they're diving. Also because they want to win today.
This is a fight for survival, basically, in the Spikers turf. Iwakura off of the serve by him. It's now Marapok who scores.
That's a great hit. The blockers were there, but he used speed. And when he got up, look at that. Blockers were there, but he just went over it.
And Narciso will now serve off of the full rotation. 10 serving 9. Ball up. Maruyama to the opposite. That's low.
They should be careful with these errors. They've been playing well so far. Maruichi.
But that has been the problem for them in the semis, right? Their errors.
But when you look at the number, their average is actually 6.
Also, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's just that at this level, the semifinals, other teams have been really checking their errors, minimizing their errors. So 6 seems a lot, but technically we've covered so many games. 6 is actually pretty good.
Yes, but relatively speaking, against their opponents, it's higher.
That's the thing.
Just saw a point coming in from the side of the yellow shirts. 10 serving 11 now. Maruyama sending that ball in. Ball put up by Louis Ramirez. And Narciso will go to the Buga. Not the best of sets there. And here's the counter from the opposite. What a block by Marapok.
Boy, that's a single block. And we did say, if a team can really try to read their opponents and get blocks like that one-on-ones, they will have the advantage.
2-point lead now for Jeff Marapok and company. He has 5 attack points already.
What a serve.
Back set. And that hit the antenna, but off of the hands of Louis Ramirez.
Yeah, great angle there. Using the blockers.
That was by Hinata Kuroda. The point for Maruichi Hyogo. 11 serving 12. That meets the line for Kuroda.
Are they going to challenge Louis Ramirez, who's looking at the line for a while, and he kind of figured it out. It's out. Well, we will see.
This is the first challenge for this game. And again, there's actually a lot at stake here. This is win or go home at the Spikers turf. And if you're Maruichi, it's literally go home to Japan.
To Japan. to cold weather. We heard from the reports they wanted to actually check out some beaches, but
Yeah,
not without winning a game.
that's in. Louis Ramirez has a very funny reaction right now. He still isn't convinced. But Louis, we can't challenge the challenge system anymore.
No, I was looking at him. He looked at the line for a while, and then he told his ref, "I think it's out." When he saw the slow-mo. Just don't read lips.
Yeah. 12 all now. That's definitely out.
That's what he was predicting.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Napaaga
supposed to
lang.
be a challenge. It's a prediction.
Yes. So Perpetual regains the lead here, 13 to 12. We now have Michael Medalla, who's about to serve.
We talked about him, not the tallest of middle blockers, shorter than Louis Ramirez, but getting the job done.
Well, as you guys always say, it's about timing.
Yes. Like Bugawan. JP Bugawan, not the tallest, but boy, his timing.
Who's the tallest middle blocker ever in the Philippines? Do you have someone in mind?
One of the taller ones that I can remember are sila Malabunga.
Malabunga.
Right? Malabunga,
Francis Saura. Yeah.
Oji Mamon, si Coach Oji, he's one of the
Yeah,
taller
he is tall.
ones. Then Tagibolos now. Well, these are the ones that I can remember.
Dami na rin
Chumasong.
sila. And Giga, who's actually watching here behind us. Big shout out to them for winning earlier today. And now it's a point for Maruichi's Yuji Kawagoe, their usual go-to guy.
Yes. That's a great set then. You can see the blockers slow to close.
So now this is Kyosuke Kashimoto, the top scorer in the previous game for Maruichi with 17 against NU in 3 sets to try to get the lead.
Oh, another good serve.
Received by Ramirez, battle at the net. It's Hyogo now who will get the advantage.
Yeah, net touch. Yeah, the right thing in mind. It was kind of a, can't set it, can't put it down, no, a bit of an overpass, but he clipped the net here.
Ayun,
Yeah.
clear one against Narciso. Wow, what a serve. Straight to the body of Louis Ramirez. Chance ball given up for Maruichi Hyogo. The setup to the open. No point as of yet. It did cause a bit of a scramble. Marapok, not much power needed in that previous sequence. A chance for Perpetual, but that was over Doug.
You can hear the coaching staff furious with that play, that rally.
It's Maruichi Hyogo who will lead us to the second technical timeout.
Migzinarine, I asked the Kinto Tyres a while ago, one by one, if they had one word to describe their mindset for today's game, and most of what I got pertained to winning, power, passion, and pagbawi. For top gunner of Perpetual, Louis Ramirez, there is no time to sulk over past games because they've had such a good run in Spiker's turf and has been waiting to play against Maruichi Hyogo since the eliminations. Given the Perps are huge fans of the Japanese volleyball anime Haikyuu, they're actually fans of Maruichi as well. And for this set number 2, let's watch them go all out as Coach Tammy instructed. Back to the panel.
That's right. Do you know that series, Haikyuu? Have you ever seen it? Wala. Pero nauso na kasi yung mga Netflix series nowadays eh. You have a lot of streaming platforms, by the way, including Pilipinas Live.
Including Philippines.
So,
What do you call it? Haikyuu, alright.
Haikyuu, yeah. Maybe you have something to binge watch, Noreen, during the Christmas break. It's 7 serving 8 in set number 2. There's a setup to the open. Perpetual to counter. Louis Ramirez. Not the best of angles there. He asks for the ball again. Ball up by Maruyama. And the opposite, that's Kuroda, who will score.
No, I'm noticing right now that series, during that series of hits, Louis Ramirez, I don't know, his shoulder, is it tight? Because it's not the normal, I mean, we've seen him hit, it's like all out, from the back, from the front, from the outside.
Yeah.
But in that series, it's like, you know, it's like controlled.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he is nursing something.
That will be very interesting. After all, it's December already. We've seen some injuries actually, unfortunately, no, across all of the leagues that we have been covering. And you know, there have been arguments na marami kasing liga this year. Siyempre, nag-a-adjust ulit yung mga tao mula sa unting liga na parami ng parami. And so the body, you know, takes a toll, or it takes a toll on the bodies of the players.
Well, I guess, you know, just adding to that, it's important really for the coaches to choose, to select which tournaments you want to participate. Although I'm sure they want to participate in all the tournaments, but yeah, I mean, it should be part of your timeline, your program.
Well, some coaches even did some load management in the Spikers turf. LaSalle didn't even play its first string players in the first couple of games in the eliminations. Remember that? Oh. We're not saying that Coach Sammy is doing a bad job.
No, of course not.
Of course not. I mean, we respect him. As we just saw an attack point to the side of Coach Sammy's team. 9 serving 11 now. Set up to the middle. Ball deflected. Tabuga keeps it alive. In Narciso. Back to Kobe. And that's a point for him.
Oh, they needed that from him. But I did see in one of the points of Perpetual, I think it's like 2-3 points down, no? Ramirez was trying to egg the players on, like, celebrate, come on, you have to celebrate, trying to bring out that passion, that desire to win here, which is what is clearly lacking for Perpetual.
11-10. Nice block. Great coverage. Recovery here for the yellow shirts. The rally continues, and Narciso gives it to Louis. Is it the same swing? Not much power.
Not much power.
Off-speed hit works on the other end. Not much power, but well enough for UG Kawagoe.
So far, they've been finding an answer, you know, to maintain this 2-point lead. That's a great off-speed.
We now have Kyosuke Kashimoto serving. Jump serve straight to the back. Ball received by Marapok. And here's Kobe. Nice dig. Setter didn't even have to move too much, but that was a better block by Andrade.
Good read. One-on-one there. That was actually a great set. But look at the adjustment made by Andrade. He already tiptoed to go to the wing, but he stayed when he saw that set. Smart.
11 serving 12 now. Louis Ramirez. Yeah, even the serve, no? It's not the most powerful of serves. Attack on the other end from the back row. Courtesy of Kashimoto.
Did you hear his celebration? So block points. Oh, Perpetual has 5 here and 0 for Maruichi.
That's after having 3 block points in set 1 for Perpetual. Back set. Kobe was rejected. Kobe again. Ooh, tough dig by Yuji. That's Kuroda who scores.
Well, much to the delight of the coach. Yeah, I mean, appreciated the efforts of these boys.
The coach really has a very kind face, no? Diba?
Yeah.
Parang kalmado lang talaga siya. Smiles every now and
Can you
then.
imagine that face in a kimono? You know, he can be your lead actor in Samurai. You know that face.
I like how we're already growing our coverage beyond volleyball.
Again, as we were saying, that another block for Perpetual. That's their 6th.
Yeah, 6. What a... No, not day. What a game
What a game so far.
for Tabuga. Open tip.
Oh, good save.
After by Kobe again. Pepito sending it to the other end. Back row. Wow, what a hammer coming from Kashimoto.
And that fist pump after that.
Actually, those types of celebrations are the types that you would see or watch in the animes. Ganon sila mag-celebrate eh. I remember that.
At least, you know, we know that they're enjoying themselves. At least they're showing that.
Service by Iwakura. Nice approach. What a set as well to Andrade.
And that sound, that contact with the ball.
The blocker was absolutely nowhere near rejecting that ball.
We did say at the top of the coverage, blocking actually not the strength of Maruichi.
But their floor defense has been very impressive, right? Attack from the middle. Coverage was there easily. Now they go to the open. There was a check. Is Perpetual going to challenge this? Umaamin ng ibang players. You know, Casey Andrade is really an honest player for Perpetual.
He said touch.
Oo, umaamin na rin siya. 16-13. All right, let's break down the standings once again. These two teams are basically at the bottom. They're gunning for their first win in the semifinals, but one win is all you need to proceed to the bronze medal match.
That's right. You can see the 2 teams going to play for the gold. Signal and Santa Elena Nationals. Vitran, we did say, waiting in the wings for whoever wins between UPHSD or Perpetual Kinto Tyres and Maruichi Hyogo.
Actually, if you think about it, as we take a look at April, of course, at the sidelines, one of our beloved co-workers. If you think about it, the storylines are quite nice in the Spikers turf because that Signal versus NU matchup actually dates back to a couple of conferences ago wherein NU defeated Signal. So there's a bit of a rivalry there. And then if Perpetual wins this match, so we're back to the NCAA collision. And if you have anybody facing Maruichi, it's always interesting, obviously, with a guest team.
Yeah, I mean, if they can make it to the bronze medal match, that would be a very interesting match. Payback time for Perpetual, if ever.
Yeah. 17-14. Set up to the opposite. Ball sent back. Ooh, that's tight. But it was a smart play made by Kyosuke Kashimoto.
Yeah, sensing, I mean, reading who his blockers were. And it was in our CISO, so he did. Look at that. Look at the difference in the hand when he jumped.
Service now for Hinata Kuroda. Here's Louis Ramirez. That didn't work. Recovery here for Hyoga. Bit of a scramble on the other end. Louis Ramirez will hit. Ball put up by Kuroda. Libero to the opposite. That's Kashimoto. The rally continues. Ramirez. Back row, it's Marapok who scores.
You know what's so interesting about that hit by Marapok? It's like the Japanese defense just froze. And they were all left watching. Look at that.
Which is really ironic.
Right? All of them for that matter, except for the blocker.
18-15 now. Perpetual is down by 3.
Oh.
Nice counter. It's Kawagoe again.
Again, the blockers of Perpetual, they need to close. You know, they need to close that passage of Kawagoe.
Look at him celebrate. Service now for Ishiki. And that is Kobe Tabuga with his 15th point in this game.
That was a very interesting play. I mean, the set, it was a shoot set, but I mean, he was still able to get it through.
Was it a risky play?
No, I'm sure it's been practiced. It's just that we're not used to seeing that with Tabuga. So you can see that his talent also.
Well, again, this might be the coming out conference, the coming out semifinals for Kobe Tabuga, dating back to his previous outing where he scored 8 points off the bench against Signal HD.
So he's getting the start just here in the semifinals, you mean?
Here in this game, he came off the bench in their previous outing. We'll have to check for the games before that.
Yeah.
Here comes Maruichi Hyogo, approached by Yuji. Good coverage there. Nice block as well from the middle. That was tipped in Narciso. Back set. Push. Wide. Hope you guys heard that.
Let us explain, because he didn't, it was against Kawagoe, right? If ever, that they were trying to brush the ball, but he didn't touch it. He already signaled he's going to challenge.
Yeah.
Before anything, he's going to challenge it.
Ooh, what a serve. Tough receive. Off of the chance ball. Is there a net touch? Yes, there was. By Iwakura.
I mean, wasted opportunity, because prior to that, we heard the oohs and ahs with that serve.
Yeah. It looks like it was the foot of Iwakura that touched the net. Pretty uncommon there, but it happens. Louis Ramirez, jump serve. 17-21, back set, violation made. First double contact violation here by Maruyama. And we have a timeout for Maruichi. There's not really much coaching happening, no, on the side of Maruichi. They talk amongst themselves,
Yeah.
the players. But they have been playing good. Still up by 3. So if it works for them, then why not?
You know, that's really the difference in coaching styles. You know, there's not one correct one. It's really whatever works.
Louis Ramirez with the serve. Ball up. Attack from the open.
Wow.
It's Yuji again. He's already asking for the challenge. That's after he got the point.
I look at the second referee, he's just smiling. Because Coach Kota actually was smiling and then like apologizing. They're just enjoying themselves.
Yes.
Let them be.
Wow, what a serve.
Yeah.
Straight to Louis. Good job there by the libero. And that's out off of the blockers.
But you like the way, after the digs, look at the high bump sets, but they still go for it. Yeah, I mean, it's off the blockers, but they go for it. It's not like they take, they're iffy about it. This is what I want to do. I want to score no matter what the set is.
Is that also a reflection on the attacking abilities by the Maruichi players?
Yeah, and the attitude, more of the attitude. Abilities we can see already, diba? I mean, obviously they will still improve in time.
Okay, it's now John Lituania. Just made a service error on his first appearance in this game. Not what you want to see. He just checked in with Cordillera, by the way, for Coach Sammy Kailar. On the other end, we have a double sub for Maruichi Hyogo. All right, let's name them. We have Taiga Ochi and Ryogo Moshiage. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you for bearing with me.
Nice.
You know, I'm just thankful that their numbers are very visible
Yeah.
on the jerseys.
Well, set point.
That's 5 set points. Wow, what a hammer by Jeff Barapo.
What hang time, no? Hang time, snap, everything was there.
And the blocker was absolutely late for that rejection. All right, still 4 set points here for Maruichi Hyogo. They're on the verge of winning their 3rd set overall in the semifinals. But Perpetual has something to say about that. Served by Andrade. Ball up by Yuji. Set up to the open. Tip. That's out.
Oh!
What happened there? Net touch.
Yeah, they call a net violation on Perpetual.
Are they going to challenge this? It looks like they will. On the ball in bola. Ooh. Change of cards. Net touch.
Okay.
They have to get it right.
It did take a while because the first referee already blew his whistle.
Might as well if you're Perpetual.
Yeah. But I'm not too sure the protocol until when. Were you allowed the challenge? You know, if the referee blows his whistle, obviously he did take it back, but in reality, is that allowed?
That's a good question. Again, folks, if you're watching, if you're a fan of Maruichi Hyogo or even Perpetual, this is basically the battle for survival for these two teams. Is there a net touch? Ayun.
Very clear.
The leg. And again, it's any part of your body that touches the net, including your hair, right?
Including your hair, but there's... let's clear that. They're saying now that some they won't call the hair touches.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We should clear that.
We should clear that as well. But now, one thing is clear for us, and that is
Megzin Nareen, JC and Narcisa, playmaker of Perpetual Help, mentioned to me how this final year for him, together with 4 other seniors, Louis Ramirez, Ron Medalla, is very important for them, given that these are the final footprints they will lay out for their younger team players. Kobe Tabuga, who had 8 points last match, shared to me how despite everyone focusing on the holidays, volleyball never stops for the Altas because they have a beach volleyball tournament this coming January. So a 2-week break for them is enough as they keep their eyes on next year's prize. Back to set 3.
Akala ko, this December pa, yung beach volleyball tournament na yun. So it's good that they will have rest, no? Because it should be a very loaded 2024 as well for Philippine men's volleyball.
But you know, knowing these collegiate teams, they don't really have time to rest. You know, you're gonna give them like Christmas and pretty much a week. Because if you have tournaments January, you cannot afford to rest for 2 weeks.
Well, we're, at least on our side, we're happy to be featuring our players all year long.
Yes.
As many tournaments as we can have. Ramirez almost scored. Libero gives it up at the net. That was Miss Doug. And Uzi, who makes something out of nothing.
You just love the way he's so aggressive at the net. Not whenever somebody just bumps it, he just goes for it.
Yeah.
And he's red again.
Now he's back to having not a red face. I don't want to say a white face, but that service is low. 7 serving 9 now.
Yeah, and for Perpetual, well, Medallas back in. They're so desperately looking for somebody to start something, to turn on the engine. You know, I mean, they're still pretty much in this set. They're just down by 2.
Tough receive there. Chance ball here for Perpetual. And Narciso to Ramirez, lefty tip. Good defense by the libero. Rapo keeping it alive. Chase, Louis, Palo. Yan ang sigaw ng lahat ng kanyang teammates. Back row!
Oh!
That's Yuji Kawagoe with another point.
See, I think that's the call also of Perpetual. They shouted, Louis Palo. I mean, we'll bring out our friend, our teammate, Louis Ramirez. Who are you?
Yeah.
You're a clone.
Now Louis has been subbed out.
And he looks tired. I mean, I really feel he's nursing something.
Rosado is the one who replaced him. By the way, on the other end, Kawagoe has been having a nice game for himself, not only with his attacking. 20 points for him as Marapok scores for Perpetual. But back to Kawagoe, he also has 8 excellent digs and 16 excellent receptions.
Wow.
That's a triple-double in the making in 3 sets.
What about that hit from Marapok? That sounded really crisp.
8 serving 10. Nice approach. Smart hit by Kuroda.
Yeah, they're just, you know, if Perpetual scores, they just score back. That's what they're doing. Just playing side-out volleyball. And we always say, I mean, if you're ahead by at least 2 to 3, you're in a good place. Perpetual needs a couple of stops here.
Nice rejection by Kuroda. Recalculation. Marapok meets the corner.
Well, now he's the one who's got the hot hands. Maybe you should go to him more. And he's in the same rotation as Tabuga.
Now it's Dexter Aruzado, who did not even play in their previous game versus Signal HD. Service goes straight to Wakamatu, the libero. And it's all worth it with this receive as there's an attack from the middle and a point for Kobayashi. We have a timeout for Coach Sammy.
자, 멋있대. Hey, Greg, pangalawa, yung block natin, tinan mo kung saan napupunta. Kasi hindi nga tayo naka-cover. Dapat naka-cover tayo, nakaganyan ka. Kaya nga ganun-ganun yan. O doon, saka dito, di ba?
Pare kayo yan!
Hey, you first!
Kinto!
This game is far from over. Especially if you're Perpetual, you'd want to extend this matchup. Tabuga, by the way, has 17 points to lead the way for Kinto Tyres. Marapok has 15 in the absence of the scoring of Luis Ramirez.
Yeah, but if you're Coach Sammy, that's what you want to see. You know, if one man is down, who's gonna step up? And let's say they don't go on to win this match. The things that you take away is, oh, we have players in Marapok, and you know, to step up. So you always take the positives. Tabuga.
Tabuga as well. 10-12. Back set. Ball put up by Rosos. And here's Tabuga. That went wide.
Yeah, that was clear. Hitting error there on the side of Perpetual. Again, you know, this 2-3-point lead for Maruichi has been a constant so far here in the third set.
Service for Yuto Kobayashi. Marapok tipping it from the middle.
Getting creative. Hang time. Outstretched hand, and finally did that drop. Look at this.
And there was an absolute hole in the middle of the defense. Kobe serves. Received by Wakamatsu. Push against two blockers. Was there a net touch? Yes, there was. On Kashimoto.
Wow, just a 1-point lead. This is, so far has been the closest they've got in the past, what, 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Yeah. Oh!
The timing of that error just has to be painful for Perpetual.
It is.
That's their first service error in set 3 after having 6 between sets 1 and 2. The other end for Maruichi, they have a total of 7 service errors so far.
Oh!
But that was a service ace.
Come on. I mean, he doesn't. It's like press play, rewind, play. I mean, it's just doing it over and over again. But we did see, you know, an error here and there. But if it goes in, come on.
It's high risk, high reward.
High return.
All right, so we return with Kyosuke Kashimoto. There's the jump serve. Total service aces. Oh, there you go.
50-50.
He's not perfect. He does have 13 points, though, and 3 aces to his name.
But I always say, when I see somebody go for their serves, it's like Marcus Peo, Brian Lagunas, you know, that if they go into the net, okay. Because when it goes in, okay then.
Yeah. Well, that goes in for Yuji Kawagoe. On his cross-court hit, he sends us to our second technical timeout in set number 3. We're back inside the Field Sports Arena in Pasig City. This is Mix Gomez alongside Doringo and Alexis Tinsay for the last semifinals match of your 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. The battles for bronze and gold respectively will happen this coming Friday inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. So it will be NU Santa Elena taking on Signal HD in the finals. And the winner of this matchup will go up against Letran in the battle for third. That's a service ace.
Oh, he's still at it, you know, this time from the service area. Kashimoto is getting infectious.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, his serves. We know Kawagoe, it's hitting him, but even now he's getting his own aces.
17 serving 13. Kawagoe back to being the leading scorer of Maruichi. Another sharp serve. You would know if Noringo reacts to the services.
Especially if you're in the venue and you
Yeah.
witness it, you really appreciate, you know, the beauty of, let's say, that serve, that hit, that block.
Let's see what happened in the previous sequence. That was Kuroda challenging the defense of the libero. Ball put up by Arrozado. He's gonna get it back. Dexter is rejected.
Boy, Maruichi is pulling away here in set number 3.
Emergency button now for Coach Sammy.
Kung saan ka nakaharap, doon na lang. Yung score, ang layo-layo na ng score, oh. Di ba? Oh. Pag pumapalo sila, walang depensa. Nag-service sila, wala tayong pasa. Ang dali magsabi, pero may gagalaw, wala eh.
Tapos tayo maganda, pare. Tapos tayo maganda. Tapos tayo maganda. Tapos tayo maganda.
19-13 now in set number 3. Here's the star of Maruichi Hyogo, Yuji Kawagoe. Serves straight the libero. That's Paul Teodoro. Another rejection here on the side of the yellow shirts.
They're doing everything right, right? They're doing everything right. They're serving well. No timeout, no timeout. It's the same serve from Kawagoe. Then they're blocking now, working for them. We didn't see a lot of blocks from Maruichi this entire match.
That was the right hand of Kuroda and the left hand of Iwakura, forming the wall. That is long.
It's long. That was long, but he stayed there long enough to afford that.
This is an absolute big lead. You mentioned, usually dalawa, tatlo lang. At malaki na yun.
It has been the entire set. 2, 3, and then bam, score, score, score.
Chase there for the set. Open hit. Was there a check though? Looks like there was.
Boy, you know, the perps today, they're so honest.
Yeah.
That was Lituania, right? Rosas already said, I didn't touch it. Then he saw Lituania and he's like,
Kanina si Casey Andrade. Couple of subs here. But what I like about Maruichi when it comes to them asking for challenges, pag alam nilang alanganin yung bola, hingi na agad sila eh. Kahit na makuha naman nila yung point. That's how animated they have been.
no, too strong.
Yeah. That's the Naruto guy.
Yes, yes, he's the one.
The Kage Bunshin technique. And Narciso returns to serve.
Yeah, final push right now for Perpetual.
15 serving 21. Perpetual looking to survive in the Spikers turf. But they're going to have to win this match in 5 sets to do so. Attack from the back. Oh, tough dig. That goes to the lower box.
And you're right, no, about his form.
Si Kashimoto.
Kashimoto. Look at this once again. It's like classic
I thought you were gonna say it's anime-like.
It's anime like. I'm gonna start watching so I can say that without lying.
Marapok answering back on the other end.
Well, if they want to come back, it is still possible, but they have to mount a rally right now. Maruichi's at 22.
16-22. Service for Dexter Arrozado.
Good serve. Oh,
Ooh, overset. Was it double contact?
yeah. They call the set. Called it against the set. So another point for Kinto Tyres.
17-22 now. Arrozado. Jump serve. That's long.
But this Arrozado, we don't see him in the starting lineup, right? But he looks so athletic. It's like you're excited to see him blend into the starting lineup eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure of his age. If he's like a rookie, I mean, he looks like he has lots of potential.
You only have his age. That's it.
Which is,
He was born 2002, so 21.
could be a sophomore.
Yeah, especially with senior high nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Ball sailed wide. There you see the ever so kind coach of Maruichi Hyogo, Kota Kunichika.
Yes.
He never looked tense in this game at all.
Or mad.
Yeah, never mad. Always just smiling. Marapok approaches.
Oh, chance for Perpetual.
Now we have a timeout for Maruichi Hyogo. (23-20). Let's see if that can swing the momentum back to Maruichi Hyogo.
We've seen lots of comebacks, huh? It is possible for the Perps.
Set up to the open. Ball out. Off of the dig.
But this Kawagoe,
Yes.
he's possessed. Every point, he really just gives his heart. You know, he's just so fun to watch, fun to cover.
So it's 4 match points now for Maruichi Hyogo. They're gunning for their first win in the tournament. But Perpetual has something to say about that.
Well, they're still in this. I mean, we will see. A couple of blocks, tough block stops.
Kobe Tabuga serves. Ball in, the setup to the open. It's Yuji. Was there a check? Nope, there wasn't.
That was too strong.
How about the reaction of Coach Kota? 22 serving 24, 2 match points.
Because Coach Kota can taste the victory.
Yeah.
He just wants one last point.
It's Yuji. Tried to put the ball down. Still no point. We shall continue. This time they go to the opposite, and that's it. Yosuke Kashimoto will score the last point of this match, and this is win number 1 in the Spiker's turf for Maruichi Hyogo.
I mean, they had to work for it. Although we kept saying that, you know, the Perps or Perpetual had a better elimination or showing the elimination round. there's still no pushover, you know, and they had to work for it. So we should give it to Maruichi.
So Maruichi Hyogo will set up a date with Letran in the battle for bronze that will happen this coming Friday inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. This must feel really good for the Japanese team.
So they're not going home yet.
They're not going home yet. They won't be going to the beaches, so they will be going to San Juan. Let's see what happened in the last play. The most impressive server for today, giving us
Afternoon, volleyball fans, and with that we end our semi-final stint, and with me is player of the game, none other than Maruichi Hyogo's Yuji Kawagoe with 24 points, 23 attacks, 1 ace, 16 receptions, and 8 excellent digs, scoring in all departments. And with that, my question for Yuji, to be answered by our translator, is how was your overall semi-final stint with those 4 games against our 3 teams?
セミファイナルの4試合通してどのような印象でしょうか。
ブロックとかスパイクが日本に比べて高かったので、そこを打ち抜いたりするのがとても難しかったです。
The block is so high compared to Japanese teams, so it was very difficult to attack against them.
And secondly, what do you love most about the Philippines and of course volleyball here in the Philippines?
フィリピンの好きなところを教えてください。
ご飯が美味しいところとみんなフレンドリーなところです。
The foods are so delicious and the people are so friendly, so it feel comfortable to stay in Philippines.
We are also happy to be with you guys and to play against you guys. And with that, we are just so excited to have Maruichi Hyogo for the battle for third for the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center on Friday. So stay tuned.
I like what our best player, Yuji Kawagoe, said, no? There's a challenge in terms of attacking here in the Philippines. Mas mataas yung mga blockers. Well, it didn't seem like a very hard time for him because he really attacked very impressively today against Perpetual.
Yeah, he's obviously a very talented player, but you know, I'm sure it's a young team, we kept saying, no? And they're also here for the exposure, experience. None other than one of our best. We have Signal, we have NU Santa Elena, we have Perpetual, right? SNL Letran. So they really got to play against a lot of talented teams here in the Philippines, and the strengths were the blocking, which they had to encounter. If you look at the numbers in the last set. But really, I mean, for Maruichi, what you like is they're able to get their first win and they're staying. They're not going home yet because they're fighting for bronze on Friday.
All right, so there you have it. A big congratulations to Maruichi Hyogo. They will set up a date against SNL Letran, who have been very impressive, by the way, here in the Spikers turf. And then in the championship match, we have NU Santa Elena in a rivalry game in the Spikers turf against the Signal HD Spikers. Thank you so much for joining us in the semifinals. For Alexis Tinsay and Noringo, my name is Mix Gomez, and we'll see you again this coming Friday inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center.